There are people watching you right now, confused, frustrated, irritated, and honestly, they are mad. Not because you did anything wrong, not because you hurt or stole from them, but because you are still standing. They can't figure out how you survived what they planned. They can't figure out how you are still smiling, still have peace, hope, still praying and pushing forward after everything they threw at you. And that's what's making them lose their minds, because they were so sure you would have been broken by now. They were so sure you would be begging, depressed and giving up by now. But here you are, still breathing, building, and still believing. The reason they are mad is because they thought they had the final say. But they forgot that God is the author and the finisher. They forgot that your life is not in their hands. You are covered, protected, and you are chosen. And when God chooses you, it doesn't matter how many enemies gather together. They can plot, scheme, lie, stalk. They can attack, but they cannot erase what God has ordained. So if you've been feeling spiritual pressure, if you've been sensing strange energy, noticing people acting weird around you, if you've been hearing rumors you never started, and feeling like somebody is watching you from a distance, this video is for you. They did not come at you lightly. They did not just dislike you quietly. They did not just throw shade from the corner. These people came after you with full force. They did not want to slow you down. They wanted to destroy you, to erase your name, your identity, take your peace and your future. You did not see it coming at first, because you are not the type of person who wakes up thinking about how to destroy other people. You are not the type of person who wakes up planning revenge or plotting on somebody's downfall. You were just trying to live, to heal, grow, and mind your business. That's what they could not stand. They could not stand the fact that you were still hopeful, confident, had potential. Jealousy is one of the most dangerous spirits because it doesn't want what you have. It wants you to lose what you have. Jealousy wants to see you in pain, ashamed, crawling and humiliated. So they came after you with everything they had. They threw traps, lies, spiritual attacks, manipulation your way. They threw confusion, pressure, chaos your way. You did not realize how targeted you were until you looked back. And then you started seeing patterns. This was warfare, because the devil does not waste time fighting people who aren't going anywhere or has no destiny. The fact that you were attacked so hard is proof that your future is powerful. Some of you were targeted through attraction, temptation, lust, seduction, or through emotional manipulation. They sent somebody into your life who sounded good, knew exactly what to say, make you feel seen, wanted, and safe. And the whole time, it wasn't love. It was assignment, a strategy, a setup. Because some enemies don't come with horns. Some enemies come with a smile, with compliments, and with a charm. But behind closed doors, they were not building with you. They were studying you. They were extracting from you. They were not committed to you. They were collecting information. They wanted access to your body, your energy, and your spirit. Because sex is not just physical, it is spiritual. There are people who sleep with you not because they desire you, but because they want to steal from you. They want your light, your favor, your peace. They want your confidence, your spiritual covering. They want to steal your energy like a vampire, and some of them were sent to destroy your finances too. Because while you were thinking you were in a relationship with them, they were calculating. They were watching your spending, your habits, your weaknesses. They were trying to pull you into instability, emotional confusion, trying to get you to lose focus, to lose your discipline, and to lose yourself. And then, once they felt they had enough, they tried to turn your own vulnerability into a weapon. They tried to use your trust against you. They tried to use your love against you. They tried to use your softness against you. Even though you got entangled and got caught up, even though you did not see the trap at first, God still pulled you out. You did not die in that trap. You did not lose your destiny or your calling in that trap, because what they meant to destroy you, God used it to reveal them. And that's why they are mad, because you were supposed to be stuck. You were supposed to be addicted, broken and ashamed. But instead, you walked away wiser, stronger and more discerning. You walked away with your spirit intact, and they can't stand it. When the honey trap did not work the way they planned, they switched strategies. They launched a smear campaign. They started telling people lies about you, twisting your story, exaggerating your mistakes. They started making you sound like the villain, painting you as unstable. They started planting seeds in people's minds against you. And suddenly, friends you used to laugh with started acting cold. People who used to support you started doubting you and started questioning you. When God is elevating you, the enemy will always try to isolate you, because isolation is where depression grows. Isolation is where confusion grows, where self-doubt grows, and the devil loves to get you alone. Because when you are alone, you start questioning yourself. You start replaying conversations, wondering if you are crazy. They did not hate you because you were wrong. They hated you because you were rare and you had something they could not imitate. They hated you because your spirit carries something they can't counterfeit. You have favor and God's hand is in your life. So they turned people against you. They lied, manipulated. They played victim, acted innocent. They created a whole narrative. Some people believed them and joined them. Some people became part of the attack. But what they did not understand is that God will allow certain people to walk away because they were never meant to go with you. Yes, it hurts, but it also revealed the truth. And now those same people who walked away, they are watching from a distance because they see you still standing and they are shocked. They did not just want you emotionally drained. They wanted you broke, struggling, stressed. They wanted you dependent, desperate, and to lose your job, opportunities, connections. Some of you lost positions you worked hard for. Some of you got fired unfairly from jobs and had your name dragged at work. Some of you were set up and had people smiling in your face while sabotaging you behind the scenes, and you could not even defend yourself because you did not have proof. You just had intuition. You knew something wasn't right. They thought if they hit your finances, they would hit your confidence and make you struggle. They thought if they could block your source of income, they could block your destiny. But they forgot something. God is your provider and your source. And when God is your source, even if one door closes, another door opens. If they block one opportunity, God creates another opportunity. God sends provision from a place you did not even expect. They tried to starve you, but God fed you. They tried to embarrass you, but God covered you. They tried to make you homeless, but God sheltered you. And that's why they are mad, because you did not collapse, beg, or run back to them. You did not lose your dignity. You stayed praying and pushing. And somehow, even when you did not know how you were going to make it, you made it. That wasn't luck. That was God. The enemy did not just attack you physically. They attacked you spiritually. They spoke against you. They gathered against you. They did witchcraft, rituals, and spiritual manipulation on you. They sent evil intentions your way. Some experienced weird dreams, sleep paralysis, sudden anxiety, random fatigue, feeling heavy for no reason, feeling like you could not focus, like your life was being delayed. They were speaking death over your future, speaking confusion over your mind. They were speaking stagnation over your progress, your finances, your name, and they thought it was working. They thought you were going to lose your mind, self-destruct, or fall into addiction. They thought you were going to give up and unalive your purpose. God saw it all, the coven, the meetings, the secret conversations, evil laughter, stalking. God saw the plotting, the spells, the candles. God saw the words spoken in darkness. The word of God already promised you, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Because when God is shielding you, every arrow sent towards you gets blocked. Every curse sent towards you gets reversed, and every evil intention sent towards you gets returned. And that's why they are mad, because the more they tried, the worse their own lives started getting. The more they attacked you, the more chaos hit them. The more they spoke against you, the more their own blessings dried up, because it went back to sender. They did not just fail, they harmed themselves in the process. They tried to block and delay you. They threw roadblocks in your path. In the moment, it felt like your life was falling apart. Your life was not falling apart. Your life was falling into alignment. What they meant as a delay, God turned into preparation. What they meant as a setback, God turned into protection. Because if you had gotten what you wanted at that time, you may have walked straight into a bigger disaster. Even though you cried, it was protection. Even though you felt abandoned, you were actually being guarded. Because God's angels were surrounding you. God was right there, holding you together, keeping your heart from breaking and from giving up. God was keeping you alive, and that's why you are still here. They wanted you to beg, to come crawling. They wanted you to call them crying. They wanted to see you fall apart, but you did not. You stayed focused, unbothered, and even though you were hurting, you still kept moving. Even though you were under attack, you still kept showing up. You still kept walking with God. And now they are mad because you did not give them the satisfaction. They did not get the reaction and breakdown they wanted. They did not get the collapse they prayed for. Instead, you got more spiritual, grounded, and more mature. And that is eating them alive, because they invested too much energy into your downfall. They invested too much time, resources, too many conversations, lies, too many nights plotting, too many hours stalking you. They invested too much effort, and after all of that, you are still standing. That's why they are mad, because they wasted their life trying to destroy someone who was protected by God. They are not just mad, they are obsessed. They are stalking you. They are watching your social media handles. They are looking at your profile and asking mutual friends about you. They are keeping tabs on your movements. They want updates, bad news. They want to hear you are struggling and depressed, because their joy depends on your pain. Their happiness depends on your downfall. Their peace depends on your misery. They are losing sleep over you. They wake up thinking about you. They watch your success, and every time they see you shining, something inside them breaks, because they can't understand how you are still positive, hopeful, and still pushing. Your peace is offending them. Your perseverance is humiliating them, because they know what they did and they can't believe you survived it. They almost destroyed themselves trying to destroy you. They wasted money trying to block you. They wasted time trying to stalk you. They wasted energy trying to gossip about you. They ruined their own relationship and mental health, focusing on you. Because jealousy is a prison. Jealousy will eat you alive and poison your spirit. If they had taken all the energy they used trying to sabotage you, and used all that energy to build themselves, they will be successful right now. If they had taken all the money they used to stalk you and invested it into their goals, they will be elevated right now. If they had taken all the time they used to spread rumors and used it to improve their own life, they would be at peace right now. But instead, they chose hatred and envy. They chose obsession and darkness. And now they are furious because you are still moving forward while they are stuck. They are sabotaging their whole life just to slow you down. Your destiny doesn't depend on their approval. Your calling does not depend on their permission. God never left you. God was with you the entire time. Sometimes you felt alone, like you were fighting by yourself, but you were not alone. The reason you survived what should have ended you is because God's hand was on you. There were angels guarding you when you did not even know it. That was not coincidence. That was protection and divine covering. Their power is limited, but God's power is unlimited. The more they try, the more God will elevate you. The more they attack, the more God will strengthen you. Do not retaliate, because you serve a God of justice. And God made you a promise. I will retaliate, says the Lord. Because if you try to fight battles that God already promised to handle, you will exhaust yourself. But if you stay focused, prayerful and obedient, God will fight for you in ways you could never imagine. God will expose them without you saying a word. God will remove them without you lifting a finger, and humble them without you needing revenge. Some battles are not meant to be fought with your mouth. Some battles are meant to be fought on your knees. While they are plotting, keep praying, because your silence is not weakness. Your silence is wisdom, and your obedience is protection. You are not still standing because you got lucky. You are still alive because God said you will live. You are still standing because heaven defended you, grace carried you, and mercy covered you. Your survival is not just for you. Your survival is your testimony. You should have been destroyed, broken, and dead emotionally, but you are not. And every day you wake up is proof that the enemy failed. Every time you laughed is proof that God restored you. Your enemies are mad, but let them be mad, because your life is not their story to write. They will never understand what God has done for you. They can't figure out how you survived. They did not see God blocking the attacks and returning the evil back to sender. But heaven saw it all. You are still here because God has a purpose for you. So keep trusting God, because the same God who pulled you out will be the same God who takes you higher. And when you finally reach the level they tried to stop, they won't just be mad, they will be speechless. Because the truth is, they did not destroy you, they only proved you were protected. And that's why your enemies are mad, because they can't figure out how you survived. But you know the answer. It was God, and it will always be God. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.